Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope all of you are doing good and staying safe. In today's video, I'm going to be giving out all the information that you need to know about the pageant Miss Diva. Now, I have spoken about this pageant before on my channel. It has come up in conversations and I'm sure most of you are familiar with it, but I haven't covered the entire process of Miss Diva, and a lot of you had questions about how the auditions happen, what happens in those 30 days, and there are a few similarities as well as a few differences when it comes to Miss India and Miss Diva. So today's video is going to cover all of that. Now, Miss Diva is a relatively newer pageant compared to Miss India. It just started in 2013. But the first thing that you need to know about Miss Diva is that the winner of Miss Diva is now sent to Miss Universe, and the runner-up of Miss Diva is sent to the Miss Supranational pageant. As for the first runner-up, that contestant, whether or not she'll be sent to an international pageant or not, solely depends on the organization's discretion, and obviously the contestant's suitability as well. So mostly the first runner-up is kept as maybe backup if the winner or runner-up are not able to fulfill their responsibilities throughout their reign for any reason, and if the organization feels like it, they can also send her to some international pageant. Now, coming to the eligibility rules, the rules are pretty much same for Miss India as well as Miss Diva, except for one thing, that is the age criteria. So in Miss India, you can participate till the age of 27. However, you are only eligible for the winner position up till the age of 25. But that is not the case with Miss Diva. In Miss Diva, you are eligible to participate as well as to win up till the age of 27. And another thing that you should know is that Miss Diva does not have any state format. So for auditioning for Miss Diva, you don't have to produce any documents that show that you belong to a certain state. You just have to be either an Indian citizen, have an Indian passport, or you should have an OCI card. Now, most of these differences have already been covered in a previous video of mine where I've compared the 5 differences between Miss India and Miss Diva. So if you want to check out that video, please click on the link over here. Now, before I head on into the process of Miss Diva, some of you have questions about what happened in the last 2 years. So I'm going to be talking about that before we head on into that. Now, in 2019, the Miss Diva pageant did not happen, and I'll just put it out there for everybody who has concerns about how the organization does that. So before 2019, the pageant was called Yamaha Fasino Miss Diva. So Yamaha Fasino was the sponsor. However, in 2019, that sponsorship ended. And for that duration, the organization did not have a sponsor. And for that reason, the pageant did not happen. And that is why Vartika Singh and Shefali Sood were selected by the organization themselves to be sent to Miss Universe and Miss Supranational. However, by the end of 2019 or 2020, they did get a sponsor, and which was Liva Fluid Fashion, and which is why the name of the pageant Miss Diva was Liva Miss Diva for 2020. So that is how it works for anybody out there who had this question as to why the pageant did not happen in 2019, how the organization sometimes selects contestants themselves. So it is entirely possible, and this is all like business technicalities. So I'm just explaining this because I know some of you will ask me that in the comments. Now, in 2020, we had Liva Miss Diva, and the current winner is Adeline Castellino and Avriti Chaudhary, who will be sent to Miss Supranational. Now, coming to the interesting part, that is how many rounds happen in Miss Diva, how do the auditions happen, when do they happen, how do we register, and all of that. So the first thing to know is that the auditions for Miss Diva will happen after Miss India is completed. And these auditions will happen definitely in the states which have metro cities and a couple of other states. Now, which states have them, this may not happen in every state. So you may have to travel to audition for Miss Diva. And whether or not it's going to happen in your state, that is information that is put out by the organization on their website, where the registration form is available. After a while, they do put out the dates for the auditions happening in whatever location, whatever date, whatever time. All right. So this changes every year. So it's not something fixed. I can't give you that information where it will happen next year, but it definitely happens in the major states. Now, the next thing to know is that these auditions will have very similar rounds like Miss India. There will be a walk round with a white tank top and shorts, and there is a little black dress round as well as an introduction and question answer round. Now, whether or not the white tank top round happens or not also varies sometimes in pageants because of the number of contestants that turn up for that state. So if it doesn't happen in your state, sometimes understand that the organization makes decisions at the spot, in the moment, based on how much time do they have, how many girls they need to select, and all of that. And to appear for these auditions, yes, you do have to register on the official website and also turn up on the day of the audition with your documents which prove that yes, you do fall in that age criteria that makes you eligible for the audition. And no, you don't have to prove that you belong to that state. You could be traveling from somewhere else. It's completely fine. Now, based on these auditions which happen in every state, the organization will select 5 to 10 or any number that they feel like based on how big the crowd is and how many girls they liked. There's absolutely no fixed rule. Like Miss India selects 3 contestants at every state. No, Miss Diva does not have any such rule. They can select any number of contestants. And once all of these contestants are selected from every single state, suppose we have 100 contestants from all over India. The next level is all of these contestants are going to travel to Mumbai for the final auditions. And what happens in Mumbai is now again you have the same rounds, but here you have the bikini walk round as well. Now it could be the first round, it could be the second round, that keeps changing. There's no such rule. But the rounds that will happen in Mumbai are the swimsuit walk round, again a little black dress round, and an introduction and a question answer. And based on these final auditions that happen in Mumbai, from that whole crowd of suppose 100, they select around 20 girls. So these 20 shortlisted girls will be the finalists of Miss Diva. And not just these girls, the girls who are selected at these auditions are there, plus the Northeast Diva winner. That is another pageant that happens separately for the Northeast states, and the winner of that pageant gets a direct entry to Miss Diva finale. And also, like I covered in my Campus Princess video, if you haven't checked out that video yet, please do go check it out. And in that video, I've covered this information of how Campus Princess works for college students and how you can get a direct entry again into the Miss Diva finale if either you are a winner of the CP pageant, of course, or if the organization of CP liked you so much that they gave you a direct entry to the Miss Diva finale also. So adding up all those girls, we have something around 20-25. Again, Miss Diva does not have any fixed number. They are very flexible with how many contestants they want in their finale. But it has been observed that usually the number is around somewhere in their 20s. Now, once all our 20-ish contestants who are the finalists of Miss Diva are selected, then comes the time for the 30-day journey. Now for Miss India it was 40 days, for Diva it was 30 days, and these things keep changing, so don't come at me. Pageant related stuff, the format and how it's being conducted may change every single year because the organization keeps coming up with new ideas, and there are time constraints and location constraints and sponsorship details to be counted in. So these things are not always fixed. These do keep changing, and so the itinerary for these 30 days is also never fixed. It is always given to you very last minute. However, I can tell you what will happen in the span of those 30 days. And so the main thing that you need to know is, again, you'll have a lot of sponsor meets and sponsor shoots. You will have your official shoots, you will have your main closed door interview, you'll have a sports contest, you will have your subtitle contest, and as a result of that you will have your awards night where all the subtitles will be given out. But one thing to remember again is that the Miss Multimedia subtitle is not given out until the day of the finale. That is the only subtitle which is kept pending and not really announced until the day of the finale. Another thing that happened in Miss Diva last year is the national costume round. So that is another round that you will have to walk for and prepare for. And yes, the costume is prepared by the contestants themselves. The organization is not going to help you with it. So you have to carry it and pack it with you. And all of that is the contestants' responsibility solely. And another really interesting thing that happened in Miss Diva 2020 is the city tour. So what happened in this, all the contestants had traveled to Bangalore and Delhi. Obviously, they tried to put more than one thing together in those travel days. However, there they have 2 preliminary walk rounds. So you may have seen the contestants walking for different designers in different locations. And so that was a part of the city tour and the preliminary walk rounds. And now you will be asking me this question, like what weightage these rounds hold, how are the contestants scored? So one thing that I want to just mention here, this holds true for both Miss India and Miss Diva as well as TGPC, all the pageants that I am familiar with, that and even Miss Earth, like nowhere are you going to get a scoreboard where you'll find out that okay, you got this many points in this area and then all of that. No, there's no scoreboard. It's all very subjective, and so for that reason you have to be on your best behavior and give your best every single day, because you don't know, the organization is just noticing you. And that is why when contestants don't make it, they don't really know what went wrong. So you can't take any risks, and it's entirely up to you to give your best performance no matter what it is. Whether it's the subtitle, whether it's a walk round, whether it's your talent round, just give your best and try to have a good score in all of the areas, rather than trying to just focus on one area and think that that will compensate for the other weaknesses. No, that's not how it works in pageants. And another thing to note here is that the qualities that Miss Diva and Miss India are looking for in their winners is pretty much the same actually. For any pageant title holder, there is a certain set of values and qualities that any title holder should be having. And one of the things that I want to talk about here is, while Miss Universe does not have a separate Beauty with a Purpose segment, like Miss World is known for BWAP, but Miss Universe does not have something like that. But that doesn't mean that they don't look for an inspirational story. If you look back at Catriona Gray, she had her story about refugees getting shelter. And at the same time, in the national costume round for this year, in Miss Diva 2020, Adeline Castellino dressed up as a women farmer. And her story was about helping farmers with their livelihoods and her personal story attached to it. And similarly, Nehal Chudasma had her Fat to Fit inspirational story. So it may not be something very close to a BWAP, but you still have to have some story, because Miss Universe is going to look for that story behind every contestant, and that is why Miss Diva will also look for such a story. Now, I've told you what all will happen in the span of 30 days. Of course, we're coming to the finale now, and what happens in the finale is there is one swimsuit walk around. That is how the finale opened up this year. Then the contestants go change and come back in their evening gowns, and that again is a whole walk around. The choreography is done by a choreographer, and then there are a lot of entertaining performances by celebrities in between the show. This is how the finale is conducted. It's a huge show that the organization puts up, and Diva is known for being, glamorous and putting on a show. That is all what it is about. So that is two things that will happen in the finale. And after that, they will announce the top 10. So this is what happened in 2020. It may happen that in 2021 they select top 12. It is possible. But what happened in 2020, they selected top 10 shortlisted. Malaika Arora did announce their names, and all those girls come forward. Now what they do is they all have a chance to speak their opening statement. So just like Miss Universe and international pageants have opening statements, Miss Diva also copied that format this year. And all of the contestants came up and told, like, what an opening statement is basically is you tell the audience who you are and what is your story, why are you here, and what is the impact that you try to create with the platform that you have been given. So it's a very short opening statement, doesn't have to be super long. And one of the things that I want to mention is I'm going to link the Miss Diva 2020 finale link in the description box below, and also give you links to some of the opening statements of the top 5 contestants of Miss Diva 2020. So you can go check that out and frame your own opening statement, or get an idea of what it is supposed to be like at least. Now, after the opening statement, the top 10 are eliminated to top 5. And those top 5 have a common question. And this year, the question was, does religion unite us or divide us? And the winning answer was given by Adeline Castellino. And so she was crowned Miss Universe India 2020. And Avriti Chaudhary was the runner-up. And then Neha Jaiswal was the first runner-up. So that is how Miss Diva process works, and you realize through this that you have to be good at photo shoots, you have to be good at ramp walk, you need to be good at the cause that you're doing, you need to be good with social media, you have to have a great opening statement, be good with question answers. And so a pageant is a very all-rounder kind of competition, and you cannot expect to just excel in one field and be able to win a pageant. That is not how it will happen. So that is all the information about Miss Diva that I wanted to share with you guys. I hope it clarified a lot of the doubts that young girls have out there who actually want to go for Miss Diva. I do realize I speak about Miss India a lot more often just because I participated in FMI and not Miss Diva. And so I hope this video helped all the Diva aspirants out there. If you liked this video, please do give this video a thumbs up. Please do subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram to get further announcements and know what future videos are coming up. And if you were making notes about this video especially, you should have been doing that. Don't forget to tag me in your stories and your posts and use the hashtag #PrepareWithNikitaTanwani. I always love seeing how you guys are preparing for your pageant journey using my content. It makes me more happy than anything else. I love you guys so much, and I will see you guys super soon in my next video. Bye bye.